Okay, what up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, one of your favorite official content creators for the First Descendant. And today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to build Jayber. Many people have asked me about Jayber. Is he good after the change? The answer is actually yes, he can be used in the Axion Plains. And although he's not gonna be as fast as Ness or Blair, he's actually pretty decent. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to build him up. If that is what you want to learn, then this is the right video for you. Now, before we go on, I'm just going to ask you for one favor. If you haven't already registered me as your content creator, please do so via the link in the video description. I'd be very grateful if you do that. Every person who registers helps out the channel. All right? It's free. All you have to do is click the link. And if you haven't already seen my music on SoundCloud, you might actually want to head on over there because I'm currently getting paid for you guys to play my tracks, and they're all available for free. You can listen anytime. I'm releasing more music all the time. Right now, we're working on the metal album, kicking off there with Desolation's Embrace. So if you guys like my music, please play my tracks on SoundCloud. I'll be very grateful to you. My name is RealAsianRobot on SoundCloud. Okay? Thank you very much for that. Now, let's carry on. So the first step to playing a good Jayber is that you have to unlock the golden Jayber. All right. If you haven't unlocked Golden Jayber, then what you need to do is you need to travel to planet Namek, okay, and gather up the 7 Dragon Balls. I can't even say that with a straight face. I'm sorry. I'm kidding, obviously. I just slapped the skin on him, but basically, this is Jayber. All right. Now, let's start these videos like we always do by talking about the Reactor. For Jayber, what I'm currently using is a Dimension non-attribute Reactor. Why? Because the main skill that I feel deals damage is his Assault Turret. While immediate purge code is good, it's a non-attribute singular skill. I find that this is more of a bursty skill, whereas this is where your sustained damage comes from. So I very much prefer to focus on dimension and non-attribute. But you can also try a non-attribute singular, see how it works for you. But so far, dimension non-attribute has worked. What you are going to want is options of skill cooldown and dimension skill power boost, because Jayber is not a crit-based character. This is also a build designed for farming rather than bossing, so we're going to go with that in mind. For external components, please get a full Enlightened Mage set. All right, the core roles and the option roles are exactly as follows. Check along. All right, here's the auxiliary power roles. Here are the sensor roles. Okay, here are the mage memory souls. Memory souls. Lamau. That sounds like a new From Software game. And last but not least, the processor roles. Okay, so these are the exact roles used by Jayber. Make sure you get all of them. This gives you a total of 39,000 defense and about 11,000 hit points, which is more than enough for Jayber because he can heal himself. All right, your main concern is actually MP rather than anything else. Now, in terms of weapons, when it comes to Jayber, he's going to need the Peacemaker. All right, you can copy this module setup for the Peacemaker, but I'm not going to go into detail because your main priority is not to use your gun. All right, so you can copy this setup if you want. And here are the roles for the Peacemaker. You can screenshot and copy these if you want, but this is used for something else. I'm just, sort of holding it in his hands because it works really well for Jayber. All right, now, why does the Peacemaker work? The unique ability of the Peacemaker is that when you cast a Dimension or Fusion skill, you get a single reload for Peace. This increases your non-attribute skill power per stack, and you can have up to 5 stacks. There is no reason not to have this bad boy right here. Alright, so this is where Jayber gets a lot of his power from. Now, if you take a look at Jayber's modules, we will actually sacrifice a bit of cooldown to get power increase here. Why? Because this literally maximizes the amount of damage that Jayber can do, because it's a separate multiplier from your non-attribute, which you are increasing through all your other stats, so this gives you a big bump up in power. So here's what I've got for Jayber. I'm going to go through each of the modules in detail. All right, so please follow along with me. Immediate Purge Code is the Transcendent module that I enjoy using. I did not like turret engineering, so I just used Immediate Purge Code to change this into more of a burst damage with a follow-on AoE effect that lasts for quite a while. The radius is fairly large, so you can put 3 turrets and create a trap zone, which will deal quite a bit of damage, so it's actually fairly useful. Mid-air maneuvering is always our standard sub-attack. If you want to change this out for something else, that's up to you, but this is what's most effective for me. Okay, module-wise, increase HP is your survival. That's all the survival you have. Nimble Fingers, MP conversion is for cooldowns, and you will want to have focus on dimension for even more cooldowns. Okay, that is it for your cooldowns. Then you've got power increase, focus on dimension, non-attribute amplification, and dimension amplification for your skill power increasers, right? Last but not least, you have one rank, you have one skill expansion and one skill extension in order to maximize the range. Jayber has a 200% max expandable range, which means he can max out, okay? He can max out for most of his skills, in fact, for all of his skills, via skill expansion. Skill expansion plus your passive in the Inversion Reinforcer will max him out. Skill extension is just to boost up the fact that these turret zones can last for longer. The turrets themselves can last for longer. All right, so you can use them more. Same with your medical turret. It just benefits everything overall. But if you find that you don't need it, you could swap this out for something else. Choice is yours. MP Collector is also another free choice, but I like to use it in his farming build because this gives me a lot of flexibility. And just in case I don't get MP drops, this helps a lot. Okay, so that is what I've got for him. Now let's talk trigger module. For Jayber, the best trigger module is Power Beyond. Why Power Beyond? Okay, Power Beyond increases skill power by 14% baseline, all right? And in addition to this, it has the ability Amorphous Phenomenon. When you get 4 stacks of Amorphous Phenomenon, when you put down your turret, or when you use your immediate purge code after putting down 3 turrets, okay, this will suck in everybody, which is excellent. You want that because it will just suck them all in and detonate. Okay, so this is pretty useful. That's what I like to do this particular combo with. I'll put down 3 turrets and then blast with immediate purge code. All right, so Power Beyond worked really well for Jayber. There are other things that can fit him, but they don't fit the type of skills we want here. All right, you can do some more testing if you want, but this, I think, is the best choice for Jayber. Okay, so that covers the modules for Jayber. Now, 2 last little things. Inversion Reinforcer. This is the Inversion Reinforcer that I have for Jayber. I started with, when defeating an enemy, it grants Focus Boost, which gives you skill cost minus 0.8 for 30 seconds. This goes up 5 times. Okay, so what does that actually mean? You can get 4% skill cost reduction for 30 seconds at max stacks. Are there other options? Yes, but they're not really necessary unless you really want Arche Circulation Technique, in which case, by all means, take this if you want. The choice is really yours. One of the focus rounds would be good for the Peacemaker. Choose whichever one you want. Okay, match it to your weapon element. Then Selective Neurostimulation gives you back MP. And that's literally it. You always have one of these as focus rounds anyway to trigger the passive. And this passive triggers regardless. So the rest of it is just, you could do whatever you want. Now, the other potential option in place of Focus Boost is this one. Deploy Resonance Device. And I will have a guide for Inversion Reinforcer at a later time. But this one's pretty interesting because on skill or firearm hit to an enemy, you will deploy a Resonance Device. The Resonance Device increases skill duration by 4.9% for 10 seconds, cooldown 20 seconds. If you hit an enemy marked by an Naive Scan while using Nell, you will get External Resonance, which increases weak point damage for 10 seconds, cooldown of 15 seconds, right? The other perk is on firearm hit, grants one of the following effects. Extra multi-hit damage, extra, well, basically it's extra multi-hit damage, but the cooldown here is 30 seconds for a 15-second effect. So I still didn't choose this for those firearm characters over strike point amplification, which triggers continuously 27% multiplicative weak point. Why wouldn't I want that, right? So this has not really done well for me this season, but I mean, these are options, okay? So this is what I've got in Jayber's Inversion Reinforcer. Now, last but not least, let's talk about Arche Tuning. Arche Tuning up here, this is what I have for Jayber. Jayber actually has one of the best trees because due to the fact that he does not need crits, we can go all the way up here, and he can actually use defense neutralization. This reduces enemy defense and resistances by 50%, resistances by 30%, all right, whenever he lands a skill attack. It's beautiful. I love it. So this is absolutely awesome, and this is what I'm using for Jayber to get cooldowns, damage, everything that you need, right? Copy this tree exactly, and you're good. He even manages to get some duration increase here if you're willing to sacrifice like hit points, which you don't need. So this is the best Arche Tuning for Jayber. Now, you've seen everything, but I'm sure you guys want to see it in action, right? You don't just want to hear me talk about the build. So let's go put Jayber into his paces. Okay, AX Power Converter Station, Technical Research Institute. We'll go private, of course. Now, why are we going private? It's just so that we can demonstrate Jayber without any other interference. He's going to be a lot slower than an S solo, but he's still competitive. And the best part is that in a team, all right, he can contribute pretty well to both the commander fights as well as to the farming, all right? So bear with me and let me show you. I also get to ride my shiny new Orca, so bear with me. Whee! God, that Orca's cool. All right, here we go.
A large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
Sorry, soldiers, I'm out. Now, when Jayber first starts, what you want to do is I usually put down 2 attack turrets, 1 medical turret, then I detonate. All right, that detonates everything. There we go. Now, because I use the medical turret, my tow will only happen with the assault turret instead. But you can still put down 3 and then chill. You see that? The enemies are all dead. Right? We're not ready with the purge code just yet, so we'll put down another set and another set and then detonate. Boom. This creates 3 fields of damage, all right, which enemies have to navigate. Now, if you feel that you're starting to take hits, you can put a medical turret in between your 2 attack turrets. It will heal you, taunt enemies, and draw them all into your killing field. Once you're ready, detonate. Boom. Then you do it again. All right, Jayber is so good right now. I'm loving it. He's so lazy, you can just win with no effort. All right, you can literally win fights with no effort. I love it. This is the way video games are meant to be played. No effort at all. Okay, detonate when ready so that you get your turret overhaul back. And there you go. All right. You can go faster if you're not lazy, but I am lazy, so there you go. Then, once you are done with this objective, let's go. Now let's take it a bit more seriously. Okay, we'll put 1 here. You can actually move point to point immediately after putting 1 down. Do you see how quickly they die? All right, but what I like to do is after putting them all down, I detonate. Because it doesn't matter where the turrets are, you just want to detonate them. All right, then after they're all dealt, you can head down early because you're guaranteed to smash them. Okay, and here's what I do. I put down 3 turrets right there, suck them all in there, right? And once I'm ready with the breach swarm sack, I detonate them all. Just like that. Watch the timer down the bottom right there. You see it's at 3 stacks, so now you're ready to suck them all in. Okay, I always save my 3rd turret for the big suck and then draw them all into my turret range. Then once it's ready, detonate. All right, there you go. This is how to have the slow life playing Jayber. 2, 3, and then the big suck. All right, they all get sucked in. It's all good. And there you go. Now you got to move to the next area to slay some more. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then 3 here. And then you guys ready. All right, once they all spawn, big suck and detonate. Okay, then 1, 2 here, and you're ready. You don't have to go 3 just yet. Okay, by maintaining the buff from the Peacemaker, as well as the buff from the entire Enlightened Mage set, which is giving you plenty of extra attribute attack every 3 casts, you'll have a great time. All right, so sorry, I forgot to touch the device. My bad. Sorry, this run will take a bit longer because I forgot to touch the device, but do you guys see how easy it is to play Jayber? Like, Axion Plains, I'm putting in basically no effort and winning as Jayber. It's great. Also, I need to move myself. Why am I... Sorry, I just moved my camera slightly over, so I stopped bothering you guys. Slightly bigger though, so you can see my amazingly handsome face. Okay, let's go again. Sorry about this. 1, 2, 3. You guys ready? Big suck. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. All right, you ready? 1, suck them all in. 2, something's got to give. 3, something's got to give. All right, now, big explosion. Draw them all in. I love that. This is why I like Power Beyond. It's so cool. All right, so you can do something like this and just keep giving them all the big suck. Now, when it comes to this big boy here, all right, you probably wanna detonate stuff around him. All right, just a smidge, And if you need some cooldown time on your stuff, use a third medical turret.
Bring it.
It won't trigger the power beyond, but you can still utilize it to save yourself. So medical turrets don't trigger power beyond. As for the big bad breach guy, you can just detonate when ready. Get the turret overhaul bonus and all that. All right. Wait till he lands. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And this is when I unleash everything I have on him. And then the turrets finish him off. See? Just nice and easy. Jayber is literally the laziest way to play this. You can just beat anything. Now, like I said, he's not as fast as Ines. Ines can clear this in 4 minutes, 20 seconds. In fact, less than that if you're full-on pro. But Jayber requires 0 effort. Just put down your turrets and you win. Jayber is just pressing an I win button the entire time. So if you guys like Jayber, you like my Jayber build, this is the way to play Jayber. Jayber is good now. Enjoy. Enjoy. You can draw enemies in. You can create danger zones. You can heal yourself and just sit there and be like, and still win. So why don't you play Jayber? All right. The answer to life is Jayber. Remember that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope this helps you guys enjoy Jayber. He is so fun right now. All right. Now, before we go, don't forget to register me as your creator, especially if you like my content. And don't forget to check out my music on SoundCloud, okay? I'm RealAsianRobot on SoundCloud. Every play helps me out, so I'm very grateful to those that do. And of course, before we go, big thank you to these amazing individuals. Thank you for keeping my channel and stream alive. These are our top supporters for August. These amazing people have, donated. They have kept this channel alive. They have done everything in their power to keep me running. So thank you guys so much. You guys are the lifeblood of this channel. Without you, we wouldn't be doing content. Thank you, thank you, thank you to August top supporters. If your name is on this list, you get shouted out in every single video, just like that. All right. So thank you once again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.